Today will be a really long day with over 600-kilometer riding. We'll tell you a bit about Borjomi Spa with famous mineral water, from the place from where I started. Then we'll move to Stone City Vardzia, stopping on the way back to Batumi at Sapara Nunnery. Hope you will enjoy. The town was established in 1829. It is visible on the railway station architecture, which I'm passing on the right-hand side. Fashionable among Russians' spa status, Borjomi received during Soviet times. Some influence here had Joseph Stalin, the famous Georgian, who ordered to build up the glassworks. The intention was to produce bottles and distribute the water to Soviet Union. Well, this is this yellow building on the right side. The entry to Borjomi is really interesting because you have a very narrow bridge, and only via this bridge you can get there. And you can enter only from one side, because from the other side you have to do the turnaround on the roundabout.
Guys, we are in Borjomi, which is a town in the middle of Georgia, which is famous from the mineral water. Like in the 20th centuries, there was discovered here that in this park there is water, which is healing a lot of stomach issues. This water is exported now to many countries. Among them is one of them is Russia. And the park is a beautiful place here, and it's like long 3.5 kilometers along the river place with a lot of trees and a lot of fun for kids. And behind me there is a Tsar Palace, so then you see the park. Behind me you have ruins of the Tsar Palace, which was the beginning of 19th century done, and the Tsar people were living here. So a great place with great water, which is healing.
Then I have a little bit more than 100 kilometers to the south of Georgia, close to the Turkish border. The road goes through really desert areas. Not always there is a tarmac, sometimes there is a lot of stones and dusty roads. Finally arriving to Vardzia, Stone City. It's located in a valley, looked like a termite mound, but not always was such a view. Earlier, before this earthquake, nothing was visible. That was like normal mountains all around here.
Hi guys, I'm in Vardzia. Vardzia, it is a town which is located south of South Georgia, close to Armenian border and close to Turkish border, in the mountains. Behind me you see the stone town. You can see that there is in fact 500 small rooms and 13 floors of this one. Inside you can find the church, you can see the throne room, and also you can find the kitchen and other places. There are tunnels and so on. Normally you would not see it, but the earthquake, which was in 13th century, destroyed this place, and it was started to visible. This place was supposed to be a shelter for Georgians and for Queen Tamara people, which were fighting against the South invaders. Usually it was like 700 monks servicing this town, but in the wartime it could take like 50 to 100,000 people. A lot of tunnels there, are all equipped. You can see the signs of smoke on the walls. This is the place where Queen Tamara in 12th century was tanking to the army for beating the Mustafa. This is typical stone town, which is also a similar one is in Turkey, but very beautiful place. And I've got also video from inside, so I will try to attach it to the movie. Hope you like it, guys.
The city began to be built during the reign of King of Georgia, George III, around 1120. But it was completed during the reign of his daughter Tamara, who was the only queen in the history of the country who ruled independently. She was called the Queen of the Queens because she enlarged Georgia by hundreds of kilometers and helped to create a dependent Trapezoid empire reaching the present-day Trabzon in Turkey. Thanks to the hidden city, it was able to protect the armies and the surrounding population for a long time during the wars with the Persians. At the moment, about 300 chambers are open to the public. After regaining independence by Georgia, a dozen or so monks appeared in the monastery, occupying a small part of the complex. In the past, about 700 monks took care of the entire complex. Inside you will find the monastery, the throne room, stables, living quarters, a school, a hospital, granaries, wine bars, all connected by tunnels. Daylight was provided by skylights or torches. You can see it in the sooty walls and ceilings. The water was distributed thanks to the system of gutters from the neighboring Mtkvari River. Researchers say that Queen Tamara fell in love with Vardzia and spent her all time here according to monastic rules, walking barefoot in the corridors and sleeping on stone beds. Nowadays, Vardzia is considered the most important monument in Georgia. 3 kilometers further from Vardzia is located the Nunnery, but finally it appeared to be a very special place. The church in the monastery of Zeda Vardzia was built in the 11th century. The inscription on the basement wall says, Liparit, Prince of the Princes. It is about Prince Liparit IV, who died in 1060. From there, the monastery was moved to the stone town of Vardzia. In the 18th century, the Kurds used the building as an animal stall. It was rebuilt in Soviet times. In 1997, it was given to the Christian community. Now it houses a nunnery.